give Guy a call.
Nope, we're good.
By the time they get up here, we'll probably be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a
Call
short
me
meeting.
indoors for the August 11th planning and zoning meeting. Roll call, please.
Dale Hughes,
Here.
Guy Lee, Harvey Million, Lee Allen Smith,
Here.
Don Bagley,
Here.
Tim Grenke,
Present.
Don Borman, I guess, is not technically a member since he was appointed as a sitting member and has resigned, so, James Lee,
Here.
Mark Mustang.
Here.
We have a quorum since we have 3 non-city official members of the commission.
Pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Need to make some adjustments to the agenda. Technical reasons, we're going to drop number 3. And for other reasons, we're dropping number 5. So that was number 4, conditional use permit for in-home daycare at 615 Pool Street. Open the public hearing.
So, let me turn it. If you wouldn't mind coming up to the microphone and the proponent stating your case, I would make sure you push your little button if you want to be heard up here. So, yeah, the proponents for the property, if you could come explain what it is you want to do.
Okay.
And give your name for the record.
It's Lisa Bound. I'm wanting to do in-home daycare where I have a license from the state to keep a maximum of 10 kids in my home. I've done daycare for 27 years, and I just am taking the next step to allow myself to have more kids to provide for my family.
Okay. Do you have any children of your own that will be there?
No, they're in school.
Okay.
So I'm down to 2 at home
Okay.
out of the 5. So
So how many of the kids are going to be your own, and how many are going to be other children?
the other children, I have 7 enrolled to start. I keep right now, I am only enrolling teachers' kids. So I work through this starting August, actually the 15th to the end of May.
Okay.
I also would babysit the month of June for those teachers that do summer school. And then in years to come, I will probably go to where I babysit year round and stuff, as soon as I get my kids through school.
So, of the 10 that you'd be watching, are any of them your own children?
No.
So they'd be all.
They'd be all, yes, teachers.
And could you restate the state certification where you were going for state?
I have a state, I just received it now, I have a state license where I can keep up to 10 kids in my home. Ages 0 to 2 is how it's stated.
So the license says you're licensed to watch kids from essentially
Newborn,
birth to
yep.
2 years old.
To 10.
To 10, okay, I
To
thought you
10.
said 2.
Sorry, excuse me, no, 10.
Okay.
But right now, it would just, because we went ahead and did it like that in case I would have anybody after school, because some of my teachers have school children, and if they have meetings during the day, like half day, they can come to my house that way and be with their siblings. But that's why I only kept 7, to allow for that.
All right.
That's all I know. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah.
So it looks like we got 1 4. Yeah.
Did you?
Anyone else like to
Hey,
speak?
babe.
We have my name on the list to talk.
Okay.
I have no objection. I live next door north. I'm Shirley Austin. And the kids will not bother me at all. My main concern is our street. It is very narrow. And when it comes picking up time and dropping off time, there's going to be many cars in the street. And I think we need to have our street widened or a drain put in from her driveway down where they can pull off on that edge. And I also think that we need a sign limit, a speed limit, watch for children sign on both ends of our street. That's all I have to say. She's a very lovely neighbor, and I wish her the best.
Thank you very much.
Anyone else? Public comments?
Okay. Neighbors on the other side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, that's true.
All right. Thank you for coming tonight to support your neighbor.
And I know you've written it down, but what's your name again?
Oh, Kay and Willie Brown.
That's why I like to be part of this town, is neighbors helping neighbors. So,
Very good neighborhood.
thank you.
Any more discussion in public hearing? Need a motion?
Oh, no, you can close the public hearing.
Close the public hearing.
Staff has a brief report. To the best of the city's ability to determine, there is no other in-home daycare that meets the definition of a daycare home within 800 feet. Therefore, this would be an eligible application. The city posted a announcement in the Centralia Fireside Guard. What's in the packet? I'm trying to remember what day the day was, but it was
Yeah, it's in the package.
the Wednesday, the last weekend, would be like 23rd, I believe. Anyway, with more than 15 days
Yeah.
prior, we posted a sign in the yard. I know at least one person saw the sign in the yard. We mailed letters to everyone within 185 feet by registered mail. We had 3 come back. They were, I think they were all rental units, and the person that had lived there at the time. The last time we had somebody living there, our last known resident was no longer there and came back.
Okay.
So the city's done everything to notify residents, and we've heard no written objection or written letters in support.
Perfect.
Any specific rules or regulations considering like fencing or anything like that that they have to adhere to?
The city can may ask for additional reasonable
Safeguards.
safeguards,
Yeah.
but there is no specific requirement for fencing.
Right, okay.
There are certain requirements you had to meet though to get your state license.
Yes,
Yes.
and I do have a privacy fence all the way around the back. That's the only place the children are allowed to play. They require in the city on main streets, which they considered Pool Street, because I told her it connects between the high school and the elementary, and that street is used a lot. And that was the thing when I had the house built, even with the 4 kids that I had, I requested it has to have a fence. So, because that is my objective, even with my own kids growing up, is to have safe and that. And when we previously lived on Hawthorne Street, which is not a busy street, but I purchased my own sign that had like a flag and said children at play, just because I have my own kids. Because people didn't know. But that street, I agree with my neighbors, even if I wasn't doing daycare, this street is a very busy street. And
Very narrow.
very narrow. And if I know a kid that flies down that street, I see them and I lovingly tell them, you need to slow down. So it is a bad street for that. But that is the one thing I did have things put up.
Thank you.
Any further discussion?
City hasn't, staff hasn't.
So I would recommend that we recommend to the Board of Aldermen to approve this.
Is that a motion?
I'd
Do you
make
need
a
a
motion.
motion for that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
That's your motion?
that's my motion.
Okay. And we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
I think that for this, we probably should do a roll call just on the condition.
Okay.
Hughes,
Aye.
Smith, Bagley,
Or,
Grinky,
aye.
Lee,
Yes.
and Mustaine.
Aye.
Okay. We have 6 in favor and no opposed. Motion passes. We'll fill out the paperwork and get that to you, but you've been granted the conditional use permit. It runs with the land, until you vacate the use, you maintain the right to use your property in that way.
Okay.
And that'll be finally approved by the Board of Aldermen, right? On Monday.
This is the final approval.
I thought we had to make a recommendation to the board to approve the conditional use
I
permit.
think conditional use, the
I don't
conditional
remember.
use permit is,
I believe it's, you're correct.
Which one?
Me? Or Matt?
Yeah, I was thinking conditional use permit
Okay.
is approved right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a recommendation to the Board of Aldermen, it's
Okay.
actually
I'm trying.
just recommend to it.
it's one of the few things you guys get to do you get to make a final
Alright.
decision on. So,
Okay.
yeah, they trust you for that.
They usually-
Well, you know, we meet so often that I
Unless
just.
there is an objection.
Right, okay, thank you.
As may arise.
Move adjourned.
Have a motion on the floor.
I'll second it.
Have a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?